Thank you. Okay. All right. So, hi, everyone. Sarita here and Bob.
Just getting up.
You can bring your chair over here.
Okay.
His back is hurting him, so he's going to take it a little bit easy, everybody. So, what we're going to be doing very quickly, because this is going to be 3 parts, but right now we're doing the actual first part because I want to get the meat going. And I wanted you to see how we can use the every pieces of Tupperware to prep your meal for it. So this isn't actually the StackCooker part, but this is prepping for the StackCooker part. We're going to use the Master Fusion, and I actually need Bob's help because the last time I tried to do one part of it, and we'll tell you when, I flubbed up. So in the meantime, we're going to use, let me bring this down. Perfect. Look at you, Bob. Okay, so we're going to use the Master Fusion system, and this is the base.
Oh, look at me. Then you blocked me. Hello.
Oh, yeah, you can't. Let's go over that one. Okay, so we have a ring here, a rubber ring on the bottom that helps to section it to the counter, like so. And this has a lock. This is the Master Fusion base. It has a lock, and you just move it like that. That's it. That's how easy it is to lock on the counter. And you're going to see.
Yeah, I'm back.
For you or for me?
You just got to go to the camera.
Oh, yeah. Okay. From this way, you're going to go ahead and lock it in place.
You need, no.
Hold on. And you can't move it at all. You see? So what we're going to do is we're going to do our cheese first. And this is the house of it. This has a little to push down the food. And I'm going to go ahead and put my coarse one, my coarse cone in there. I'm going to lock it in place by getting the handle, setting it right here, twisting it. I should have showed you something else. Hold on. Get it off. Okay. On the cone, it's sharp on the outside. You can see, I put my hand in and I'm not cutting myself. This is the sharp part. And the sharp part is between where the cheese comes out and the house of the cone.
Pull up. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. So I've gone ahead and locked it in place. I'm going to slide it onto my base. Basically, the hand is going to be in the way of it. So it's right here. You just slide it in. And then when you put it on the counter and lock it, it locks the attachment in to the base, and it's all nice and sharp. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do this, grating up my different cheeses for the enchilada casserole. And Bob, if you want to even come over on this side and show them how to do the can opener really quick, not a lot of explaining, but explaining at the same time.
Yeah, explaining at the same time, but not a lot. So can opener, it lays flat on top of the can, and there's a natural position for it. And you just, as soon as you've got it nice and level, close the handle up and it grips the can. You can lift the can up. Turn it, and you'll go all the way around until you feel the tension release, and it's cut. Does a full round. Open the can opener, lift it off, and at the end here, it has a tooth mechanism here and a tooth mechanism over here. So you lay that tooth just on the edge of the rim of the can, close the handle again, and you lift. That easy, okay? I'm going to drop this in the sink here. And one thing I like about this is the way it cuts. When you can run your finger around the edge of the can, and there is no sharp edges, it's not going to cut you at all. So I'm going to open the second can. Just watch me go through it. Lay it flat, close the handle, rotate, and as you see behind me there, Sarita's blowing through the cheese. I don't know how much she's going to make because that's a lot of cheese, girlfriend.
Well, it's for 2 reasons.
Okay. There's a method to her madness.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Oh, that worked.
And that lets the lid go because I opened it over before I was ready to. So that's the Tupperware can opener.
Now I'm going ahead and putting this in here, and I'm going to switch my cheeses. I'm going to put this over there, Bob.
Yep.
That's why, because I'm doing another demo tomorrow, and you might as well work smarter, not harder, and do a whole bunch of cheese and grate it at one time, so I can do it later on. But for this meal, I need a double batch, so I need one more of this kind. Where's my lid?
Plunger.
My plunger. And we're doing a double batch because there's going to be 4 hungry adults and a very hungry 7-year-old. So I'm doing a double batch, and that way we also have leftover or plan a head meal for our lunch tomorrow. Then I'm going to go ahead, and I've just done some cheddar cheese, and now I'm going to do my Monterey Jack because this recipe asks for both types. There we go. And you can see I've done cheese for tomorrow, for my demonstration tomorrow, and I've done, how much cheese have I done, Bob? A lot.
You've done at least 30 pounds.
Uh-huh.
Not 30 pounds.
But you can see,
but it's cutting through it, and it's grating that quickly.
I mean.
You've done a couple pounds of cheese already.
Okay, well, this is the last one, and then I can put it on.
Okay.
Well, you know what? There's never enough cheese. I'm just telling you, there's never enough cheese.
Who likes cheese? Give a raise of hands.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is the Master Fusion and
cheese grater.
Cheese grater style. Shredder. It's actually called the shredder. So if you look for a grater, you'll find it under shredder.
Shredder.
So what I'm going to do is put my cheese here. Gather up the little pieces. Yeah. Close it.
Monterey Jack.
Close
and cheddar.
Cheddar. Okay. And then it's so easy to take apart because you just unscrew it. Take out the cone. Show them the cone.
Okay.
Oh, I have to
done its work.
I have to unlock it. And then you might have a little piece coming in because the cheese was soft because it's been sitting out. So you have a little piece for a little snack for yourself later on. So we're going to go ahead and put that in there. Now we're going to go ahead, and I'll move this cheese out of the way, Bob. If you want to, the mincer.
Okay, for the mincer. In the plunger, open it up, and it has the sausage tube, and it has 2 blades, one for fine and one for coarse mincing. Okay, and then the blade that goes in here as well. Now, when you do this,
excuse me, let me get this out of your way so I can prep it.
When you do this, this is opposite of what you would think. So it's not righty-tighty. It's righty-loosey, lefty-tighty on this. I forget what that's called. But you can take it apart. That is what's going to feed the meat through right to the end here. Now, when you put the star blade in, you want to make sure that the flat part is right up against, and it sits flat just like that, not kind of sitting up off of it like that. You have to have it flat because that is the cutting function through those holes in that tube. So when you put that on, there's a square nut. It just slides right onto there. There's a notch right there, a nipple there to go into the notch on the housing. You put that there. And what I say, lefty-tighty. So you get that in there. Just got to get the threads lined up. Line up threads. There we go. Tighten that down. And we are ready to do meats.
Right.
Again, the bottom of it fits right into the Master Fusion slot on this. You slide that in. Tighten it and lock it down. Put the handle. The handle just screws on. Maybe 3 turns of the nut on there, and we are ready to go and shred.
Okay, let me get you the proper thing. Hold on one second.
So, have you told them what kind of meat we're doing?
No, go ahead
Okay.
and tell them.
We were given and gifted some moose meat, and we are going to grind up some moose meat for you right now.
Okay, that's going to capture your moose meat. I'm going to move these cans back here.
I'm not sure
Yep.
where you're going with this.
I'm going to put these in. The nice thing about this.
I need one of those. Oh, you're messing with my process. She does that. She starts cleaning up after me. And I need the meat over here. Back in here.
So we need to, oh, okay. I'm trying to give you more space to grind. All right. I
have space to grind.
All right, I'll move this out of the way.
Okay. Yep. And you just start throwing the meat in there. You gonna say something?
Nope.
Okay. Move that plunger. That was cheese. That's in the sink.
Yep. Look at that.
And out it comes.
And this is perfect for if you want to grind your own meat. And that way you know what's inside of it. There's no extra dyes in there. There's no preservatives or anything else. And I love it because it's that easy. It's done. Look how fast he's going through this. And I will give you a tip, though. If it's a little bit more on the frozen side, it's actually easier. This is completely thawed, but you can even see how quickly he's going through it. Look at that.
So we have probably 2 pounds of meat here. Close to it. 1.5 pounds maybe.
And moose meat is very, very lean. And we enjoy that. And like I said, it is much easier. And he's doing bigger chunks. We could have sliced it up and do it smaller chunks to do it with. And having it frozen a tiny bit, not completely thawed out, just so it's still cold.
It's nice, yeah. It's still nice and stiff.
Yeah. And it's so much easier. But look how quickly this is it. So we've done cheese and meat.
So what you do, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Whoop, let's get that little part. Okay, now you want to do a finer mince. What you could do for like burgers or something, you'd just buy some beef fat at the store and mix that in with this, and then you can turn around,
change out the blade,
and change the blade out, and then mince the fat into this meat as well. So we'll lay that blade there, put the other one on, put the housing back on, screw that on. So I'm going to set that aside. I want to turn the meat around so the finer mince goes in now.
And at this level, you could actually add your spices and everything to it too.
Yep, you can spice it up. And oh, my plunger.
Look at that.
So what I want to show you here in a sec is the difference in the coarseness. Put this in. Kind of squishes out of the housing there, so you just got to back it back in a little bit.
Okay. Go ahead and that looks awesome, Bob.
I don't know how well this shows on the camera, but it is on this hand here, out of the camera, this hand is the coarse one, and this is the fine one. And I can see the difference definitely here. So, and I'm dropping meat on Sarita's laptop.
Oh, no, don't do
there
that.
We go.
Okay, so before we go on, I'm going to go ahead and after we get done doing the meat, we're going to go ahead and use our StackCooker to cook the meat ahead of time for the
Right.
enchilada casserole, because I'm not going to use raw meat in my enchilada casserole. I'm going to do it in here. And you said we had about 2 pounds. Go ahead and
There's a pound and a half.
you can go ahead and grind
Or-
while I talk. So what we're going to do is when he gets done, we're going to put that in here and cook it up in the microwave about 6 minutes per pound. But because it's so lean, I think we will do what, 5 minutes per pound?
I don't want to overcook it. So
Yeah, well, maybe
let's
4
do
pounds.
4
4 minutes, and probably at
So pound and
90%.
a half. We'll do this about 6 minutes at
Right.
80%.
At
Let's do
80% power. And the percentage and the time really depends on your microwave, how strong it is. So it is very important to find out how much, what is it, the wattage? Is that what we're
Yes,
looking
the
for?
wattage.
The wattage for your microwave, and then you depend on it. But normally for doing hamburger, regular store-bought hamburger, you would use the colander, put it in here, put the cover on, 6 minutes per pound, because it has that fat and stuff. And when you are done at the bottom, you're going to see all the excess grease and dyes that they put into the store-bought meat. That's why we like having our own meat. So, okay, so we're going to say goodbye right now, and we're going to go into the second part here in just a minute.